Not all runaway slaves traveled by night. Some traveled in the day by train and boat within plain sight, even staying in the best hotels and dining with a steamship captain. Today, February the 26th, 2025, Lyles Station Historic School and Museum applauds the ingenious plan that William and Ellen Craft devised in order to escape slavery in 1848. Both William and Ellen were born into slavery and had been separated from their families. Ellen's father was white and her mother a mulatto, and Ellen herself was very light-complected and often mistaken for white. William and Ellen met in 1840, and though they were not owned by the same masters, obtained permission to be married in a slave ceremony. While slaves couldn't travel freely on their own, slaveholders could travel with their slaves into other states. William's plan involved Ellen posing as a sickly cotton planter traveling north to Philadelphia for his health, while he would serve as her faithful slave. Ellen would have to pass as not only a white cotton planter, but as a male white cotton planter. First, William purchased Ellen's disguise from different locations in town. Both asked their masters for permission to take a holiday to visit family, a move that provided them a few days before their escape would be discovered. Ellen cut her hair short to make her appear more masculine. Since Ellen could neither read nor write, she pretended to have a broken right arm and kept it in a sling. Then, if she needed to sign something, she would simply ask someone else to sign for her. Since Ellen obviously did not have a beard or hint of 5 o'clock shadow, they wrapped a handkerchief under her chin as a poultice, tying it on top of her head, as though she had a toothache. She also pretended to be deaf and wore green eyeglasses to hide her eyes and imply she had poor eyesight. To round out the disguise, she feigned a limp and used a cane. On the morning of December 21st, 1848, Ellen and William set off with their destination, freedom. Their first 200-mile train ride almost ended their escape in the beginning. Ellen faced discovery when a gentleman who had known her for years and was friends of her owner, her half-sister, sat down next to her on the train. With no avenue for escape, Ellen pretended to be deaf. The gentleman politely left her alone. On the steamer headed to Charleston, her disguise proved worthy when she sat next to the captain of the ship for breakfast. He offered to buy William from her and pointed out that taking a slave north could be dangerous, since William might try to escape. She turned down his generous offer. After disembarking in Charleston, they spent the night in a hotel, once again successfully passing as a young planter with his slave. They were almost to Philadelphia and freedom when an officer stopped the Crafts, explaining that Ellen, as William's master, had to purchase a bond and prove ownership in order to travel north with her slave. The conductor of the train they had just ridden came in the office and confirmed they had been his passengers and that the young master was ill. The officer relented. Upon arriving in Philadelphia on Christmas Day, they headed to a boarding house they knew was run by an abolitionist family, where Ellen removed her disguise and the couple rested for 3 weeks before journeying on to Boston. The Crafts settled into Boston, living at a boarding house run by abolitionists, and welcomed into the abolitionist community. Then the 1850 Fugitive Slave Act endangered their safety and freedom, leading to their immigration to England, where they lived for the next 19 years. Their book, Running 1,000 Miles for Freedom, tells the story of their journey from slavery to freedom.